So a very good evening to you from Crow Wood, as I call it. This is part of the heath, very close to where I live, and I've come here, it's in the cooler part of the day because it's been a very, very hot day here again, and I've come over to the heath just for a little walk, maybe forage some bits and pieces for my printmaking, some bracken and other bits and pieces, but we'll see. I haven't done that yet. I've just been really enjoying the peace and quiet here and the light, particularly the light. And this is part of the heath, as I say. It is heathland, but it's a woodland area, and it's just at the boundary. And you'll see as we walk a little way that there's a little ditch where it's more of a stream at certain times, but at the moment, because it's been so dry, I imagine I shall find it dried up. But there are fields on the other side, and you do sometimes see, I mean, we might see, if we're very lucky, a herd of red deer, or one or two red deer sometimes. And there's a lot of deer around here. There are muntjacs aplenty, but also these red deer, which are a real privilege to come across. So we'll see as we walk, but I think hopefully anyway you'll enjoy seeing the beautiful light and the changing colours with me as I do. I haven't been over to this part of the heath for quite a long time now, so I'm not sure what we'll find, but we'll have a look. And this woodland is lots of bits oak, mostly birch, I suppose, if I had to say which tree there are most of, and quite a few of those have fallen because they're not long-lived trees. So there you see their beautiful silvery colours, especially if you come down here at twilight, as I sometimes do. You can see them they really show up a lot against the darkening sky. And if you look across here, you can see that big circle you can see is the root ball of a fallen tree. I don't think that one's a birch. Can't quite see from here. That might be an oak, but I'll have a look at some point, maybe not right now because we're going to walk this way. This is the bank, what I would call the bank of it's the stream, but it's dried up at the moment. It's not really a stream, it's a ditch, I think, or a drainage channel, but I love it anyway when there's water in there, and there was in the spring. And across there it's so bright you can hardly see, but that field is not I don't think it's a cropped field. I think it's more of a hay meadow, and that's where I've seen the red deer once or twice, but it doesn't look as if they're there now. I think the grass might be a bit too long for them now. There's the root ball of another fallen tree, and that one is an oak. Looks like a young oak actually. And we'll come up here on the bank. I don't know whether this is the most picturesque part of the walk, but this is the bit where I was chosen to bring you along, so I hope you'll enjoy it anyway. And I'm expected another time we'll be on a different part of the heath. In fact, I'm sure we will. And at the moment you can see the evergreen hollies as well, shining in the evening light, and the honeysuckle, which doesn't seem that long ago, it was just in bud, if that, the little bits of green, and now it's finished. The flowers are finished, the leaves are browning, and there are very bright red berries. And here a helicopter up above, and those silhouettes up there in the birch tree are what they call witches' brooms, which are a sort of growth. I think they're caused by the tree grows lots of extra little twigs from a point. I think it's caused by some sort of parasite, not quite sure. And I love that oak tree there, that's a favourite of mine. In fact, I think we'll duck under the birch here, and I usually visit it specifically, so we'll do that and walk around this side of it. And then I usually stand here, so you can come with me, under the branch. There we are, and look out over the field, where, as I say, sometimes you might see deer, and certainly crows. At the right time of day there'll be crows congregating there. I think they nest, or not nest, they roost is the right word, in the trees you can see in the distance there. So now we'll go back onto the track. I think I'll just take you as far as this little horseshoe of trees that I really always enjoy walking through. So I think we might go that far. Here we are back on the track. I have to step over birches like this. The light is actually getting lower lower and lower now. It was sparkling more than it is now, but then we'll get some colour coming. It looks as if it's set for a lovely sunset later. And I remember when this track was very open earlier in the year, and here it is very much overgrown with brambles. But it's been so dry, this is all quite crispy and crunchy. And usually at this time of year I actually prefer, if I have to choose where to go, I go to the beach. But it is nice sometimes to come back over the heath, as you can see, especially at this time of day. See a lovely light up ahead. That's the edge of the woodland as well. And there is a stream there. I think it's called I actually know what it's called, the stream there. I'll have to find out, but it's a tributary of the River Ant anyway. And here a jay. We'll walk towards the light. Another time we'll come back up onto the actual heath itself, which is heather and gorse. And there are I haven't seen an adder here, but there are apparently adders on the heath at this time of year basking, so we might see an adder, which I would like to do. I saw a baby adder not long ago on a walk, not here though, a bit further into the Broads, just curled up in a spiral, which was, I've never seen anything like that before. It was really, really beautiful, really miniature. And we're nearly at here we are. This is what I was going to show you. I love this little area here. It's very sacred looking, this little grove of silver birch. We'll stop here for you to just take a look and enjoy it. And then we'll walk through. And I shall go back to the cottage. But it will be really been worth it coming out for a walk. It always is. So there we're through. And I'll continue on the track here. But I'll say good night. Have a lovely evening.